He's not a Grade 1 official, and this is his first season handling Premier Division matches. So Celtic kick off in front of a packed Capello Stadium, and the atmosphere among the Celtic fans, of course, jubilant. And on paper this really looks to be a banker win for Celtic, who have failed to lose a goal in their last 5 matches, and at the same time Morton have failed to score in their last 6 league matches. So if the form book is anything to go by, Celtic look to be in with an excellent chance of victory this afternoon, but so often things change rapidly, and Morton in particular are renowned for battling performances at home. So the first free kick of the match goes to Celtic, with Joe Miller and Chris Morris preparing to look for some of the big men in the middle. Mick McCarthy's come up. So it's Morris to take it. The low one played across by Grant. There's the first time effort, and it's passed from Mick McCarthy. So the big Republic of Ireland centre back trying with his right boot to give kick out from Wiley. Doesn't go very far, but kept in play by Turner. The Morton team beset by injuries, and they'll be depending a great deal in defence on their very experienced centre-half Roddy MacDonald, signed this season from Hearts, and of course he was with Celtic for a number of years before going to Hearts in 1981. White's header collected by O'Hara in midfield, and Arthur caught just offside as the pass came through. So a free kick to Celtic. Roy Aiken. Holmes with the header. Grant beaten to that ball by Turner. Here's Andy Walker screening the ball from Bogue. Morris has possession. The referee allows the advantage rule as Grant picks it up on the right. And Morris takes over. That's good play by Morris. Wiley at full stretch, just got a touch. Fine play by Chris Morris for Celtic. And McAvenny easing it back to White. McCarthy's pass back. White. The cover provided again by Hunter for Morton at the back. Collins doing well, but Aiken is under no pressure. So Morton, not surprisingly, favouring a 3 centre-back ploy at the back. They have MacDonald and Bogue as markers, with Jim Hunter sweeping. Full-backs Collins and Holmes being allowed to push forward when they have the opportunity. Here's Joe Miller, well tackled by Hunter. Now McCarthy. Turned away by John Bogue, off Collins, and a corner kick to Celtic. Well, John Bogue, a key man now in the heart of that Morton defence, with his height and ability in the air. David Wiley organising his defenders. Miller's outswinger. Headed out only as far as Paul McStay. Miller came back to remain onside. There's the early cross. McAvenny! Superbly saved by Wiley, and McAvenny has taken a knock. The Turner's clearance goes for the Celtic throw-in. Already we have seen how difficult it's going to be for Celtic to break down this very determined Morton rearguard. They were wrestling there between McAvenny and MacDonald. Once again, the covering player was Hunter. And midway through the first half, and the 5 at the back for Morton, making life very difficult for Celtic. Here's Joe Miller. And a very sure-footed clearance that from John Bogue, released by Aberdeen early in his career. Peter Grant playing it in. Roddy McDonald's clearance. Arthur back to O'Hara. Derek White under pressure, but Grant is onside. He's got a chance now to go through and goal himself. Peter Grant going all the way. McAvenny. The opening goal for Celtic, 21 minutes on the clock. Frank McAvenny collecting his 7th goal of his Celtic career. Aiken thumping it forward, it's held up in the wind. Well judged by Bogue, and the first time shot from Paul McStay, well off target. Quite remarkable that McStay has yet to find a net this season for Celtic. One outstanding goal for Scotland, but that's his tally for the season so far. Well, there's a rather unusual view of the action. A packed out Capello, so some improvisation to see the match. White's header, there's Grant. Good pass from White. Now Morris. Collected by Holmes. Peter Grant trying to find Miller with that first time pass. Miller towards Morris. Powerful figure of Arthur makes the challenge. Touched on by McNeil for Jim Bogue. It was well read by McStay. This is Chris Morris. Walker is away from Bogue, and a good recovery by the big centre back. There's Grant. Aiken takes over. Walker back towards Stark. Morris calls to the ball on the right. Always willing to link up and attack. There's Walker again. Miller's available on the right touchline. Super cross and a header by McAvenny. Straight into the arms of Wiley. But the men. Here's Aiken. Now McCarthy. Middle up to Morris. Inside is McAvenny. Now Paul McStay. Picking up White on the left. McAvenny's layoff. There's Grant. Now Stark. Good running by White. And again the tackle came from Hunter. Broke off for the off Arthur. Morton again under pressure. Paul McStay trying to go forward on the left. Clearance by Hunter, but again plenty of time for Celtic to retrieve possession inside their own half. Derek White is limping back from that last Celtic attack. That's why McCarthy's having to take the throw, although White is arriving rather belatedly. McAvenny to Walker, good play from Andy Walker, he has Miller in support. And it's Wiley again who comes sprinting off his line. Miller appeared down the legs of Jim Holmes. What some first-class goalkeeping. Morris to Grant. Here's Turner. Bogue keeping the ball in play. They lose a little runner and a fine effort. Deflected over the top by McCarthy. And Jim Bogue using his sharpness and pace to create. So the corner kick to Morton. What a boost this would be if they could get back in terms before the interval. What was that corner kick? There's Holmes back to John McNeil, who is caught offside. Celtic's opportunity this time to sprint out of defence. Andy Walker losing out again in the air to Roddy McDonald. The tackle was by White. Grant playing it forward towards Walker. a careless ball which is collected by Morris. Here's Andy Walker. Good by Keeler. Morris is free on the right. McAvenny at the near post. He didn't get the accurate touch he wanted. That's some fine raiding play again by Morris on the Celtic right. There he is again, trying to release McAvenny. Clearance by Hunter gives Celtic the throw. Got the pressure incessant now from Celtic as they try to open up a big lead as early in the match as they can. John Bogle squats that behind the goal kick, and I fancy this could be the last action in the first half. John Bogle certainly has done well for Morton. So 2 minutes of stoppages time played in the first half as David Wiley sends out the goal kick, which brings the first half to an end. A first half dominated territorially by Celtic, and it's Frank McAvenny who got the vital strike which gave Celtic the lead. Celtic won the opening league match of the season here at Capello by 4-0 and then won 3-1 at Celtic Park in the second match, so they have a very convincing record, although they've now had to concede a corner kick at the start of this second half, with Morton looking to fight back from the 1-goal deficit provided by the right boot of Frank McAvenny, and the first time effort there from Tommy Turner goes wide to take any strain off the Celtic defence in these opening moments. McCarthy. Peter Grant trying to release Joe Miller on the right. Jim Hunter goes across, and the pass back was accurate enough with Walker closing in.
Come on, you ready?
Ball hanging in the wind, and O'Hara forces it forward to Jim Bogue. There's Collins. Making it full stretch. There's McNeil, and it's touched back, and a careless one from Morris. And a rescue act performed there by Pat Bonner, while slackness creeping into the Celtic. Walker heading on towards McAvenny. That appeared to strike a hand, but the referee waves play on. It's Peter Grant. Now Miller. And Morris. Walker. Dumped on the seat of his pants there by Jim Holmes. So free kick to Celtic. No, a dropped ball indeed. No, I can't quite work out the reason for that. There's Billy McNeil and Tommy Craig in the Celtic dugout. White. There's no offside this time. He had a great chance at Billy Stark. McAvenny waits in the middle. So does Andy Walker. It's McAvenny! Absolutely deadly. 9 minutes into the second half after a spell of pressure from Morton. It so often happens. Celtic strike on the break. Double so far this afternoon, increasing his tally to 8 since he joined Celtic from West Ham United for that huge transfer fee of £800,000. There's Arthur, beaten to the ball by McCarthy. Very tough task for the 19-year-old striker, Jim Arthur, playing against Roy Aitken and Mick McCarthy, two experienced international players. Morris and Miller. A lot of space now for Celtic to exploit coming forward. Still Joe Miller, he may go all the way himself. Getting help from Andy Walker, and Miller goes down off the ball. Now, what happened off the ball, I couldn't tell you, but there was some activity resulting in Miller hitting the deck. McCarthy attacks the ball, he couldn't get to it. There's White, right off the line by Holmes. Here's Paul McStay with a left foot. That's just for some time. Paul McStay trying to break. John McNeil getting away from Grant. Here's Turner. Arthur is offside. Big striker hasn't had too many opportunities to have a shot at Pat Bonner in the match, and that might have been one had he not been stopped by the linesman's flag. Andy Walker trying to retrieve the ball for Celtic, needs some support. Crowding in around him, and there's Billy Stark providing it. There's Paul McStay. And a fine save again from Wiley from McStay's shot. Well, he certainly had plenty of attempts this afternoon. Well, he concedes the corner. Joe Miller, up goes McCarthy. Derek White is also there. It breaks for Billy Stark. And another fine save from Wiley. An excellent play also from Billy Stark. Collins to Bogue. Through the middle is Jim Bogue. A great chance for Morton. And there's no luck at all for Morton this afternoon. And stopped in his tracks by Hunter. Took a knock in the process, the Morton sweeper. There's Andy Walker. Back it comes to Miller, McAvenny and Stark. White in the middle. There's Stark! And again, good goalkeeping from Wiley. But Billy Stark at his best, ghosting in the blind side of the defender. There's Bonner committed. Fouled, I think, by Jim Bogue, but the referee sees nothing amiss, gives the throw to Morton. Get away by Billy Stark. And as far as Turner, here's Derek Collins. Teasing ball to the far post. Bonner under pressure but doing well. A clean catch from the Celtic keeper. Roddy McDonald was the player providing the pressure. Spinning awkwardly off the head of Roddy McDonald, and another awkward bounce. Spinning, carrying McAvenny through for his hat-trick perhaps. Yes! He's made it on the second attempt. His first hat-trick for Celtic. 24 minutes played in the second half. And an occasion that Frank McAvenny will certainly... Here's Turner. Billy Stark picking out Andy Walker with a superb pass. McAvenny's in the middle on the far side though for the header, and it's Paul McStay again, denied by the crossbar. He lost his bearings for a moment, but recovers quickly. McCarthy to Morris. A neat piece of play by Jim Arthur. Inside is McNeil. No problem there though for Morris. Taken away by Roddy McDonald. Arthur doing well to find McNeil. Misunderstanding there, McAvenny sends it through the middle. Here's Andy Walker. Great chance for Celtic's fourth. And good goalkeeping again by Wiley, but here's Joe Miller. And once again, Wiley's in the correct place for Morton. Well, David Wiley in the Morton goal. Jim Bogue. O'Hara to Collins. Roy Aiken wins it for Celtic. Very quick coming from the fence, finding McStay in space. Billy Stark. Well, Aiken would have been offside, I think, had the pass gone through. It's back with Jim Bogue. Now O'Hara. McCarthy dragging the ball to safety. John Bogue, challenged by Walker. McStay to McAvenny. McAvenny wins it rather easily from Holmes. Still McAvenny going inside, and a dramatic fall. Adjudged a dive by the referee, but Celtic still in possession with Morris. Now McStay. This is Joe Miller. Look at the pace of Miller heading for the byline, pulling it back. There's McAvenny. Sheer brilliance from Celtic as McAvenny gets his fourth. And a big. There's Jim Holmes. John McNeil under pressure from Grant. There's McAvenny very deep now, playing it cross to the far side towards Joe Miller, but there goes the final whistle. A thoroughly convincing Celtic performance, although you must hand it to Morton for a determined battle, particularly in the second half. But Frank McAvenny, undoubtedly the hero of the day, with 4 splendid goals for Celtic. All the result of very sharp finishing indeed, and of course of splendid service from midfield and from his fellow strikers, in particular in the end, Joe Miller. So the chant around the stadium is for Frank McAvenny. The final score, Morton 0, Celtic 4.